My name is Mei Lee. I'm an acupuncturist. People come to me a lot of times as a last resort. So I joke with people, I say I'm the last resort healthcare provider, and I'm usually able to help them, and that gives me, a lot of pleasure that I'm able to help them. It was a dual degree program, so you get into the program after having about 60 college credits, and then when you enter the program, you're expected to graduate with a bachelor's in professional health sciences and a master's in traditional oriental medicine. So instead of 2 semesters a year, we had 3 semesters a year. I think the teacher that has made the biggest impact on me so far was my teacher in Beijing. His name was Dr. Wang Juyi, and sadly he passed away in 2017. He was very instrumental in bringing back some lost aspects of our art. For that, I'm very grateful to have studied with him. I think a lot of people in my field have never studied that, so I feel that I have, something extra. Our medicine grew out of Chinese philosophy, so you can't really separate the two. In terms of personal expression, that would be the biggest difference. In the States, we're encouraged to be more individual thinkers, independent thinkers, and to be more expressive and artistic in our expression. But in China, you can't stand out. And I felt like I had to also conform a little bit, otherwise I would stick out too much and people would just, would not really accept me. I was just so sick and tired of the concrete jungle. I just wanted a different pace of life. I wanted to slow down a bit and actually enjoy life, so I ended up coming here. And then eventually I met your Uncle Dwayne. The rest is history. There's a saying, as you know, right? Like, you love what you do and you never work a day in your life. And that's how I feel. This is such an old medicine. In fact, it's the oldest medicine in existence today that's still fully intact. And people would not be flocking to it if it didn't work. I've experienced miracles, major and minor, in my work, and I feel so happy to be part of it, of all of it. It's such a profound medicine. The human body is so profound. Like, you can't just learn all there is to know about it in 6 years, 10 years, 20 years. It's a lifetime of study, and it's so interesting and fascinating that I love every moment of it. We know from observation that how we respond to any stimuli, that's what creates disease. And that's what we want to basically convey to the world, and to tell people that you have to live in the moment. You can't worry so much about what's going to happen tomorrow. You can't worry so much about, especially when you're sick. So like when you have COVID, you shouldn't be so fearful, like, oh, I'm gonna end up in the hospital. Like, before it even happens, you don't even know if it's gonna happen. And you start concocting all these things that shouldn't happen in your mind, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because it's, all disease starts in our minds. And then from our minds, it makes our bodies respond in a way, tighten up in certain areas and channels. And that's what really creates disease. So that's basically the secret of it all. In a gist, for people who are not familiar with holistic medicine. Just to tell people to live in the moment and really enjoy the moment. Because if you're worrying about tomorrow, you're worrying about the past, you're not living in the moment. You're not really enjoying life for what it is.
Thank you, Mei.
You're welcome.
Can we end the recording?